Well, g'day internet and welcome to another photo edit. I'm going to show you the secret technique I use on how to make any nightscape type photo that has stars and other features like Milky Ways, or in this case, beautiful Aurora, really pop. Don't know what I mean? Check out the difference between this before photo and this after photo. Telling you, this simple secret technique works brilliantly, and not many people talk about it. Today I'll be using DxO PhotoLab 9 to do a quick little edit in the RAW, and then we'll move into Affinity 3 where the secret techniques will really begin. And I've got two of them I think you'll love. This also does work for Photoshop. Right, let's get into the edit. I'm going to start with just balancing the exposure a touch. As obviously this was taken at night, everything's a bit dark. This was shot 20 seconds at ISO 3200 and f4. So there is a lot of noise in here. If I zoom in, you can see huge amount of color noise here, as well as just general noise. So we will be cleaning this right up as well, but maintaining beautiful colors, etc, etc. So I think in DxO, I'm gonna, rather than just playing with the manual brightness adjustments, I'm just gonna hit smart lighting, and that is just going to bring those levels up so you can see before and after. That's just going to give it the little boost in exposure that I wanted without going too crazy. Now the big one that I want to do in DxO here is Deep Prime 3. So again, I'm going to bring the loop up so you can hopefully see it here. That's the current noise, and if I enable Deep Prime 3, let it process, noise gone. That's it. One click, cleaned up, still got all the beautiful color, beautiful detail, fantastic, love it. And to be honest, that's all we are doing for processing the actual RAW. Let's take this photo now into Affinity 3 and continue. So I'm going to right click, export to application. My settings, I export as a TIFF 16-bit. I ensure I've got preserved color details on, and I hit export. And once this is loaded up into Affinity, we'll keep going. And while that's loading, if you'd like to purchase any DxO software, including the amazing PhotoLab 9 that we're using here, you can use my discount code MurrayFox in the DxO store for an amazing 15% off. Link in the description below. And here we are now in Affinity, and this is the first big secret trick. We are going to remove all of the stars from this photo, allowing us to work on the Aurora color and contrast only. Then we'll put the stars back in with another secret touch. So make sure you stay for that one as well. This is such a cool technique, and it makes editing nightscapes so much easier for better results. Now there are two ways to do this. There's a paid way and a free way. To go the free way, you need to download a program called StarNet++. They have a version for Mac and Windows. I will put a link in the description of this video to the website. When we exported from DxO to Affinity, it created a TIFF file, as you saw in our settings. You can create a copy of that TIFF on your computer and then run it through StarNet++, and that will automatically remove the stars. So I'm not going to show you through the free version in this video. Instead, I'm going to show you the paid version. This is using a program called StarXterminator from Astro. Again, link in the description below. I have no affiliation with Astro or this software. I just really like it. For StarXterminator, it's only $50 US and well worth the money in my opinion. So let's get going. To start with, I'm going to duplicate my background layer twice by hitting Control J. I'm going to rename the top layer to Starless. And then, because I've already got it installed, I'm going to go up to Pixel, Filters, Plugins, Astro, and StarXterminator. And basically, I just have to hit OK. Now, this will take a while to run. It is quite CPU intensive. It'll probably take 5-10 minutes to go through. So we'll come back once it's complete and you'll be blown away. And bam, look at that. All the stars are gone. And we're left with just that beautiful Aurora as well as the details of the large Magellanic Cloud up here, small Magellanic Cloud here, and the southern end of the Milky Way bordering the left side of the frame. And wow, how cool is that? We now have a photo with no stars. Okay, so now I'm going to create the layer with stars. So I'm going to grab the second layer that we created and drag that to the top. I'm going to make sure that that layer is selected and change the blend mode to difference. Now it's showing just the stars that we took out from the original photo. This could work, but because it's a blend mode layer, I can't really move it around and make adjustments that easy to it. So what I'm going to do is create another pixel layer from this layer by just going Control, Alt, Shift, and E. And this layer is basically a snapshot of that blended layer without the blend mode. And I'm going to call this stars. And that middle layer that we just created before, I can actually get rid of it. Hit delete, gone. I'm going to turn the stars layer off for now. We don't need it. Select back onto the starless layer, and we're going to do some editing on this. Now, I think I'm going to just do a curves adjustment. So I'm just going to click on the adjustment button here, select curves, and let's see what an S curve does to this photo. And if I really bring out those highlighted areas without clipping anything and just adjust those shadows, yeah, that's really brought some pop into this photo. So that's before the curves adjustment, that's after the curves adjustment. Fantastic. Now, if I had have done this with the stars in the photo, the stars would be completely blown out and overtaking the entire photo. By removing them, it allows me to work on all that beautiful information in the background. So I'm very happy with that. What I'm going to do is drag that curves adjustment layer onto the starless layer. And if I hit this little down arrow here, this adjustment is now locked to the starless layer. It's not going to affect any other layers. And that is just a really nice way to work within Affinity 3, I find. And it's still got a little bit of noise. If I really wanted to clean this up, I could run it through some further denoise software like Topaz or even, denoising in Affinity. But I think for now, I'm happy with that. So now it's time to put the stars back in. And that is as simple as we go back up to our stars layer, turn it back on for visibility, and we change the blend mode to screen. And that now adds the stars back to the adjusted starless layer underneath. So if we turn that on and off, you can see it's added the stars back in. And here is the second secret that not everyone talks about. We can actually do a bit of star reduction really, really simply here to bring more of the emphasis back to that aurora and the background and take it away from the stars. It's as simple as another curves adjustment layer. So I'm going to select the stars layer, come down, add another curves adjustment, and all I'm going to do is two things. One, I'm going to drag that curves adjustment onto the stars layer, hit my little down box. So now this is only affecting the stars. It won't do a curves adjustment to the layer underneath because we only want to adjust the stars. And then from here, I am just going to pull down in the middle. Doesn't need to be a lot. I'm just having a play and having a look. And if I bring it down to somewhere about there, the stars are still there, but they're de-emphasized. So if I turn that off, you can see the stars, turn it back on, and they've gone to the background a little bit. And that just brings that beautiful pillar of Aurora Australis back into view, making it pop. And I've got to say, it looks awesome. This was captured in Queensland, Australia. This is halfway up Australia through one of the most powerful magnetic storms I think we've ever seen. I've only ever seen the Aurora twice from Queensland in my life, and to capture this with pillars was mind-blowing. And that's why I thought now would be the perfect time to share this editing technique. And I'm calling this photo done. So basically what I will do is create my final pixel layer, again by Control-Alt-Shift-E, Command if you're on a Mac. And this creates a snapshot of all the other layers below it into one. and then I can select all the layers, right click on the top layer and go merge selected. We now have one final layer that I will save, and we will go back to DxO PhotoLab. And here we are in DxO PhotoLab. So my final step is I will give this a 5-star rating by hitting Control 5, because why not? This deserves 5 stars. And honestly, that's it for this session. We've gone from a simple raw photo that we slightly processed just to balance a bit of exposure, and we've ended up with this final image with the aurora popping through, even the galaxies here popping out and giving some great detail, reducing those stars, and it's just such a simple process to do. And that's it for this session. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like and comment below, subscribe to my channel, and why not watch another one of my videos here.